Hello, and thank you for joining Paper Crafting with Tracey. Today I'm going to be using the Artfully Layered stamp set with the corresponding dies, which I keep tucked inside there. And I'm going to make this birthday card here. This was a card I made. It was a short notice swap that I was involved in, and so I decided to use this stamp set. So I'm going to be using the basic white cardstock. And then I'm also using Granny Apple Green as my accent color. So all I'm going to do, we're going to start with a couple of these. We'll move that out of the way. I'm going to start with some Old Olive. And we will get, I've already put the stamp on the pad. Or on the block, sorry. I'll just ink it all up here. It's easier because this one's bigger than if I flip it over. Now this is a bit of a textured stamp, so it does not stamp all evenly. So just so you're aware, you'll see one of them. Not sure if you can see that on the camera, how some of them don't come all the way. They don't look dark. Okay, but you can see from the stamp here how it is lighter in a lot of them as well. So I'm just going to stamp that up here on the side. There we go. So you can see it's all different colors. And that's all that I'm going to use that set for. And then I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green to do this big wide kind of a, almost like a palm leaf. So and I'm just going to get it going this way. It doesn't matter to me if they're overlapping a little bit. Oh. There we go. So I'll just put that aside just for a moment. I'm going to, seeing as I'm going to use this same stamp for the inside, but I'm going to clean it because I'm just going to use a different color. I could use the Granny Apple Green again. But this time I'm actually going to use Pear Pizzazz just for the inside. I was just getting different colors of shades of green. And then I just wanted it down here in the corner. Okay, so that stamp I'm done with. We'll get the green out of the way. And now I'm going to take some Calypso Coral. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment. That way I'm finished with all my stamping. So I'm finished with the inside one. We'll come get this one. I just need to get my clear block. And I'm using the Happiest Birthday Wish stamp to put on here. I find I can never have too many birthday cards. I give so many of them away. And we'll just place that on there. Let me get this all lined up here. There we go. And I see I got a little speckle there, but that's okay. That's probably going to get covered here. Okay, now to assemble everything. Just get my stamps out of the way so I don't get anything on it. The first thing I'm going to do before I put this on my card base is put the ribbon on. So I'm using some of this fine art ribbon. So I'll just measure it out. Get my ribbon scissors here. So I tie a little piece of ribbon on my ribbon scissors so that I remember. And now I will tape all the way around this. Yeah, I'd like to take this time too to remind you to please subscribe to my channel so that you stay current on new videos. And thank you to those that have already subscribed. So we'll just wrap her ribbon around each end, like so, and then apply it to the Granny Apple Green. There we go, and I will apply that to my card base now. And I'm just using a basic white thick cardstock for a card base. So I ended up making 15 of these cards for card swap, and it didn't take very long once you get a bit of an assembly line going. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is I'll just put my center one in, or the inside of the card. And then the only thing that I will have left to do is to add my extra embellishments. So I'll get that all lined up. So before I fold it, because I like working with a flat card, I'll finish putting these on. So I used a couple of the dies. This was one, as well as the palm. And with some Granny Apple Green, I cut a couple leaves out. This one's just with gold foil. So we'll put some glue on this. I'm starting with the green because I want the gold to be right in the front. And I didn't want it all to be stuck down, so that's why I'm just kind of putting some glue on the main stem. And then a couple of the bigger leaves. There we go. And then we can just tuck it underneath. And I will angle that just like so. There we go. That covered up my little ink spot. And then I'll do the same with this. Put a little bit on some of these other spots just so it doesn't stick out. And a little bit down there on the stem. And now what I wanted to do with this one is I overlapped it onto the front of the ribbon so that it stuck out that way as well. And just give it a moment with the ribbon. Then the final thing that I did was I took some of these champagne rhinestones and I just added some bling to the card. So I'll stick one up there. And there you have it. A birthday card complete using the Artfully Layered stamp set. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Paper Crafting with Tracey. Please subscribe to the channel and happy stamping.